Sup nerds, here's my Diaboromon deck profile. Starting off with our Tamas, we are running 4 Sumomon from BT5. When attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has unidentified in its type, trigger draw 1. There is an option to getting the Sumomon that gives you 2000 DP, but the important thing in this deck is seeing your pieces. So I prioritize draw power over the DP. You don't really need the DP too much, because we're not playing the original promo Dia to like try to OTK our opponent, so it doesn't really come up. And on to our rookies, we are playing 4 Caramon from BT5. On play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add a Digimon card with unidentified in its type and 1 Errata Sonata card among them to your hand. Place the rest on the bottom of your deck, blah blah blah. This is the best rookie to see early. Because it adds anything in the deck basically besides the option cards. It even adds all the other rookies and stuff because they're all unidentified. Then we're playing 4 EX1 Caramon. The inheritable is your turn. For each other Digimon you have in play with the same name as this Digimon gets 1000 DP. This is one of the reasons why I don't really think the Sumomon that gives you DP is that important. Because I regularly can get my Dias up to like 15k just from this guy's effect. So I would much rather draw cards rather than give them an additional 2k. It's kind of unnecessary most of the time. And then our last rookie, we are playing 4 Caramon from BT2. Your turn, when you play another Digimon with the same name as this Digimon, draw 1. Not once per turn, so you can draw a bunch of cards if you poop out a bunch of tokens on your turn. Pretty nice. That is it. We're just playing 12 rookies. On to our champions. We are playing 2 Kurisarimon from BT5. When digivolving, if you don't have an Errata Sonata in play, you may play one from your hand without paying the cost. This does suck that it just stipulates that you can't have one in play already to play one for free. I think needed support for this deck would be the ability to play your Erratas for free, even if you already have one in play. And then the inheritable is all of your other Digimon with the same name as this Digimon gain Rush. That's pretty cool and cheeky if you're trying to like randomly sneak kills. But both of these effects are kind of lackluster, especially after you have an Errata in place. That's why I'm only playing 2 of this one. And then we are playing 2 Kurisarimon promo 45. The inheritable is all turns. All of your other Digimon with the same name as this Digimon gain decoy black white. So this gives all of your tokens decoy as well as the other stacks decoy. Which is really nice to protect your actual Dia stack, especially since we are playing the ace. We want to minimize the ways that our opponent can pop it for free, since we would lose 4 memory off of that interaction since it is an ace. And then we are playing 4 Kurisarimon from BT2. Inheritable, your turn. When you play another Digimon with the same name as this Digimon, gain 1 memory. Also not once per turn, so you can poop out a bunch of Dias when you Evo, or whenever you play them on your turn, and gain a bunch of memory back to keep from passing turn. Really good effect. This is my favorite Kurisarimon to see, and this is my second favorite. And that is it. We're just playing 10 champions. Onto our ultimates, we are playing 4 Infirmon from BT5. This is the best ultimate by a wide margin. The effect is your Caramon can digivolve into this card in your hand for memory cost of 4, ignoring its digivolution requirements. So you can just warp for 4 memory. And then the inheritable is on deletion. You may play a Dia token without paying its cost. I do like that it's optional, on the off chance that maybe that's not good for you to play a token or something like that. Also something to keep in mind, with the training cards, you can use a training card to activate this warp effect and reduce it by 2. So you can actually warp on your Caramons for 2 memory with this guy with a training card in play. Pretty nice. I did that once or twice while playing in the tournament with this deck. And then our other Infirmon, we were playing 4 EX1 Infirmon. The effect is opponent's turn once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon digivolves into a level 5 or higher Digimon, gain 1 memory. Kind of mediocre. It can sometimes make it awkward for your opponent. Really just the best we have right now. We desperately need better level 5s for this deck. It's like the weakest level, I would say, in the line. The inheritable is all turns. All of your other Digimon with the same name as this Digimon get plus 2000 DP. That is cool. It makes all your tokens at least 5000. If you get 2 of these guys into stacks, it makes them 7k, which is pretty nice because you dodge Crimson Blaze at that point. And that is it. We are just playing 8 ultimates. And on to the level 6s. We are playing 4 of one of the best cards in the deck, Diaboromon Ace. 6 to play cost, which is pretty nice. So you can just hard play this guy if you want to. It is an ace card, so you can blast Evo into it when your opponent attacks. When digivolving / when attacking, not once per turn. You may play a Dia token. And then all turns once per turn, when an effect plays another Digimon, you may delete one of your opponent's play cost 3 or lower Digimon. And then for each Dia you have in play, add 2 to the maximum play cost for this effect. So what's cool is this effect is optional, so you can poop out a bunch of tokens before you actually trigger it. It's not mandatory. And it says 3 cost or lower, but this naturally is always going to be at least 5, and actually just 7, because it counts itself. So it's 5 play cost, you have a token, it's 7, and it starts getting pretty nutty if you have multiple tokens out. You can pretty much nuke anything in the game, but definitely one of the best cards in the deck. Like, this is my favorite card to see. This is what we're digging for as far as our megas. And then we are playing 2 other megas. We are playing 2 Diaboromon from EX1. Security is at the end of the battle, you may play a Dia token. Also really cool that it's optional. And then opponent's turn, all of your Dia gain blocker. This is cool when you've already got a wide board and you're just trying to keep your opponent from killing you. And also the security effect is really cool when you have this guy in play already, because it plays a token and then his effect can trigger and you can pop something. The only bad thing about this guy is a white Digimon, and he doesn't naturally play a token just by evoing into him or attacking or something. Like, the only token effect he has is security, which obviously you can't really control that. But that is it. We were just playing 6 level 6s. On to our level 7s, we are running 2 Armageddonmon from BT5, 3 to Evo on top of black or white. And then you can also play this guy by deleting a Diaboromon you have in play to reduce his play cost by 12, so it's just a 3 hard drop 15k. He has Rush, which is pretty nice. And then all turns, the when Digivolving effects on level 7 Digimon don't activate. So this is really cool when you're playing against decks that rely on their boss monster being a level 7. Like Ruin Mode's a good example. Quartzmon, it can kind of keep that from being super ignorant and stuff like that. But this is a good guide just to be able to poop out a 15k body, and also just control those certain matchups. And that is it. We're just playing 2 level 7s. On to our tamers. You guessed it. 4 Errata Sonatas from BT5. You desperately need to see this early and often in order to have a good chance of winning against decent decks. 3 to hard play. Start of your turn, if a Digimon card with unidentified in its traits is in your trash, gain 1 memory. And then your turn, when one of your Digimon digivolves into Diaboromon, you may suspend this tamer to play a Dia token. Really cool for pooping out extra tokens, giving your ace Dia more firepower to nuke something on your opponent's field. The only bad thing about this is a your turn effect, so when you blast Evo into the ace, you can't trigger this guy if he's on the field. I wish this was all turns. If it were, the ace Dia would be even better than it already is, but sadly it is not. We desperately need another Errata Sonata and a memory setter. Ideally they're the same card. Please Bandai. Then on to our options. We are playing 4 defense trainings. 2 cost option, main, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Add a black card among them to your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your deck. You can add everything in the deck besides the Armageddonmons and the EX1 Dias. That's why I said it sucks that that Dia is white. The only other black Dia is the original promo Dia, which doesn't really do a whole lot. It's kind of win more. Yes, you can randomly OTK people with it, but other than that, it's not doing anything for you. It doesn't play a token. It doesn't do anything naturally. This is added consistency that we desperately need in this deck. And then we are also playing 4 Catastrophe Cannons. 4 cost option, main, trigger D-Evo 2 on one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have a Diaboromon in play, you may play a Dia token without paying the cost. What's really cool about this is if you check this in security with ace Dia on the field, you get to D-Evo 2, play a token, and then your ace Dia is probably going to nuke whatever stack you just D-Evo'd. By far, the best option you could play in this deck. Really good just D-Evoing 2 for 4 memory, honestly, even without getting the token. But this, combined with the ace Dia, is insane. And that is it for the deck. I will be posting some gameplay. The links for those matches will be in the pinned comment below once they go live. But if you guys have any questions, anything I didn't address, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer anything. But I appreciate you guys stopping by, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. I want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.